That's probably going to be enough to fill the compost bins. Look at this. Howdy folks, and welcome back to ARK Adventures on the Island. Vanilla ARK, retailed release ARK. Things look a little bit different. I'm wearing some leather armor, hide armor, and I didn't actually make this. I found it in a drop that came down, so I figured, hey, why not? I had planned on just skipping straight to metal armor, but, you know, let's turn this way. There's more light. There we go. Skipping straight to metal armor, but since this was in a drop, I'm like, okay. And I've got, I don't know if you can see them, but ghillie boots. You can see kind of plant life on my boots. Those are also in a drop, and they're actually pretty good ones. Well, better than normal. They're ramshackle, so they have higher armor and durability and insulation factors. But they're really good in case you haven't... someday we'll do this, but the more ghillie you wear, the harder it is for animals to see you. You can sneak up on a lot of animals, and you can run by predators, and they won't necessarily notice you. So it's a really good type of armor. But this episode, what I'd like to do, I think I mentioned it previously, is I want to create a garden. So I actually want to create a greenhouse too, which will enhance a garden's capabilities and efficiency. And the reason I want a garden is because I want to start making some vegetables. Oh, hang on, I put those seeds up here. Here, some vegetables, mostly these 4 vegetables here. We've got your citronal, which are lemons. We've got your rock carrot, which are carrots. We've got your savo root, which is potatoes. And we've got your long grass, which is corn. And these 4 are used as ingredients for kibble. And we started collecting eggs. And the only kibble I can really make right now, I've got some eggs here too, but pteranodon egg kibble from our female pteranodons will only allow you to tame, right now, the big turtles. And I have no real desire to make it to tame a turtle. I might eventually. But this dodo egg is good for pteranodons and something else, which we'll look at. But we could theoretically make that kibble. But the vegetables are also used for making other cool things like bug spray to help you, or bug repellent to help you walk up on insects, and dung beetles. And dung beetles are something we're going to tame eventually here to make fertilizer, which will help us a lot in our garden. But, you know, you can use the vegetables for all sorts of things. My hair is getting really, really long. Before we get on working on the garden, I think I need to cut my hair. So let's come on in here. Let's go to our smithy, and there are skizzers available in the smithy. There they are. And we need some obsidian to do that. So, oh, by the way, I have awesome, but I tamed Fella. I tamed Fella off camera. I just wanted another RG. It was not anywhere near as high level as awesome. I wanted another RG to carry loads of things back when I went up to the mountains and I wanted to get some metal or something or some crystal. I wanted another cargo carrier. So that's what Fella's for, really. And also, Fella allows us to mate birds. And if you look on one of these guys, here it is. Fertilized RG egg. Awesome and Fella are the parents. And I might hatch that at some point and see if I can get another one closer to Awesome and not as close to Fella in levels. But we're going to take Awesome up. We're going to go grab some obsidian and make some scissors and cut ourselves up. So obsidian is kind of a black stone, kind of a volcanic sort of stone. As you can imagine, there's some up there on the volcano. You can find some on mountaintops, any mountaintop usually. So what we're going to do is we're going to fly to, it's very bright out, but my gamma is not up. It's just really that bright. We're going to fly to our closest mountain, which is actually right over here. It's not the one in the forest. It's the one right over here. It's I wouldn't call it a mountain, but it does have metal and crystal on it. It might have obsidian. We're going to check that out. And if we need to, we'll fly then over to the one in the forest that we've gone to before. If that doesn't have obsidian, we'll have to fly to the volcano. But we'll get some. Well, there wasn't any obsidian at the first hill, the one closest to us. There's a drop here before I check this one out. Figured we'd go check the drop real fast while we're here. Oh, yeah. Medium crop plot blueprint. No, thank you. Already know how to make it. All right, now let's look for some obsidian on this particular mountain. I would think the odds are pretty good we'd find a little bit here. It's very rocky with a lot of metal nodes. That's usually a good sign for some obsidian. It's usually pretty high up, and it's black. Very black and kind of glossy and shiny. So we're looking. We're looking. There's crystal, metal. What's that? No, that's not it. Is that it? That's not any obsidian. No, it was a shadow. Climbing back up here. Got RGs down there. Not seeing any here either. Looks like the volcano might be our best option. There's probably some hidden around here somewhere. But I know there's some up in the volcano. We're getting a purple drop here. Might have to come back and get that one, see what's in there. Maybe it's a large crop plot blueprint. All right, to the volcano. We're at the volcano, and here you go. This is obsidian. Shiny black rock. Very smooth surfaces. Kind of glassy almost. So let's whack one of these with a pickaxe. We'll get a fair amount. Let's take as much as we can back. We get some metal with it as well. There's a few nodes here. I think there were 4 that we could see. Yeah. There we go. And let's just dump the stone, get that anywhere. What's our weight up to? 249. I think we're good. I don't think Awesome's going to have a problem with that. No. That's fine. All right. Well, let's head back home. Skizzers. Skizzers. We can now use to get rid of this hair. Once I get a metal helmet, it'll be kind of hidden anyway. But right now, as you can see, it's a little out of control. I like those glasses. They're cool. By the way, I'm controlling myself in here. I'm right-clicking to drag up and down and left and right. And then if you left-click, you spin. Left-click and drag, you spin. And then you can wheel mouse in to take a look. Let's lower down. Let's tilt back a little bit. And look at that hair. That needs to go. And we can apply hairstyles too. So basically, if I use this, and I think if I right-click, yeah, right-click. I can change my hairstyle, although the only one I have is romantic and braids. I think braids is going to be, braid, maybe not braids. Oh, romantic then. Oh my God. I want a different hairstyle. Braids, yeah. It just doesn't, well, actually that might work. Astrid is from the north. So this might work. This might work. She's basically a Viking. She's a Viking. Yeah, okay. That might work. And you could apply dye color if you wanted to change the hair color, but I don't want to do that. So braids and hair length. How short do I want it to grow out to, I think? I'm not sure. But actually, since it's braids, I really don't care how long it is. Look at those eyebrows. Can I get rid of those eyebrows? Wow. Wow, those are hairy. Actually, I like the long braids. So we'll accept that. And now, she's completely trimmed off. It'll grow back into that style and that length, from what I understand. So we're done with that. But we've got some hair. The cool thing about human hair is you can use it like fur, like this stuff. Like pelt in recipes that require pelt. So that's pretty cool. So anyway, we want to make a greenhouse. And I'm thinking that I want to have it up high so I can keep it, mostly so I can keep it flat. Because if I build it on the ground down here, I'm going to have to use foundations, and then I'm going to have to take up some of my space. I'd rather build up here. Actually, I was thinking about extending out from here. And I was thinking about 2 by 3, which is 1, 2, exactly how far this is. And I'm thinking then we need 6 ceilings to extend out, and we're going to need some pillars, because you'll see in a moment why. I don't think we can go all the way out with ceilings successfully. So let's make some, we're going to have to throw some stone. I know I have stone. I have tons of stone. There it is. I get it to grind up for cementing paste. So stone, some wood, and some thatch, of course. And we're going to make 6 ceilings. So let's type in ceiling. There we are. And we want to make, well, we can only make 3, probably because we're out of stone, I would imagine. Might be wood. But it's probably going to be stone. Okay, and let's throw that one in as well. And I think I'm probably going to need one more stack of wood. Let's go for ceiling again. Make 3 more. Did I make 2 or did I make 3? I think I made 3. Did I make 3? Yeah. So we got 3 more. So that'll be 6, which will be perfect. And I'm gonna grab a little bit more stone. Do I have any more stone? Good, I do. Because I'll show you why. And just one more stack of wood. And a little bit more of that. Okay. We've got our 6 ceilings. Let's show those out here. Come back up here. And we can extend out from this location pretty effectively for a little while. That's about as far as we can go. Now, watch what happens. At the top it says, can't place stone ceiling. Requires nearby foundation support. How do you do that? Well, you do that using pillars. If you're building out like this. And we're going to build one, and then we're going to stick it in 0 slots so that I can build as many as I need. But basically, you want to drop down like that, and then you'd have to put another one underneath it. And this might actually allow me to build out the rest. I'm wondering, actually, do I need to go... Let me demolish this. I may only need one section to be pillared over here. One ceiling. It might work out. The math might work out. So if we come down here now, and we lock this one, we try to lock this one. Okay, let's hit... There it is. The Q, I believe, is the right key. Maybe it's G. That lets you cycle between snap points. Let's come back up here. First of all, this is vanilla ARK. I hate it. This little nub. It doesn't actually get in the way. You walk right through it. Yeah, it's not really there, but it's visibly there, and it's annoying. But that's okay. We'll deal. Some of the great building mods, like Structures Plus, is the best building mod. Yeah, see, we can get away with just one pillar there because that actually provides support for this one as well. Because it'll go 2 away. So if you think about it, we can go out to here with building. So that one is allowed. So 1 pillar did it, which is good because that's close to the wall, so we can park little animals up here that fit underneath there. Even truck might fit underneath there just fine. And now what we need to do, though, is we need to build greenhouse walls and ceiling. I think ceiling is all that matters, but I don't know. You know, I think we'll test that theory. We're going to need to build a crop plot. Let's try to build a large crop plot so we can test it. There is a large crop plot. We need some fiber. Fiber's in here. Let's build one so we can test our theory of how effective the greenhouse glass is going to be to give us a boost in our crop plots. I haven't done this in ages, and mostly because I just build everything out of glass anyway, because in modded, usually resources are so easy to obtain, it's not a problem. So if we come down here, this is the entrance right here. I'm thinking of having the door right here. So we could have one... Yeah, I'm running the risk. You know what? I want to put some of the walls up first because I'm running the risk of destroying my crop plot if I can't place a wall. Then again, never mind. That shouldn't be a problem because one of the options they added to ARK was to be able to turn off collisions, and I did turn off collisions. So I shouldn't have a collision problem. I was worried that if I would place this too close to this line, the connection here between these 2 ceilings that you see down in front of us, that I wouldn't be able to place the wall down. It would be a collision with the crop plot. But I don't think that's going to be a case. Okay, so if that's our entrance, this is going to be one of our crop plots right here. There we go. Crop plot. Perfect. Okay. So what we need is we need a doorway. 1, 2, 3 walls. We can use those walls probably effectively. Maybe. I don't know. And another wall. So 4 walls and a doorway to be able to place our ceilings. And I was thinking of making those out of wood, actually. So let's get some more fiber. A little bit more of thatch. And definitely a little more wood. Wood's not a problem anymore. We've got our beaver. And hang on, did I have a wall in here or is that a ceiling? That's a ceiling. I have a stone wall. I don't really want a stone wall. We'll come over here and we'll go wall. Wooden wall. 1, 2, 3, 4. Perfect. And I also want a doorway. And we can make that doorway out of wood as well and make a wooden door. We could also make a reinforced door, but they don't fit as well in a wooden doorway. They look better. Here, well, I'll make one and show you. Last I checked, they didn't actually look that well. They didn't fit that well in a wooden doorway. They might have fixed that. So, we're going to come over here. We're going to place this doorway. Now, this doorway will snap, as you can see. When I do this, it flips. It's actually snapping to two different places. It's snapping to this ceiling that I'm pointing down at, the one that's going to be part of the actual greenhouse. Or if I go up here, it's actually starting to snap to that ceiling, which is part of the ramp, part of our way up to the roof. So we want to come down here, and the easiest way to do it, as you can tell just by doing this, is to point down at the thing you want it to snap to. And there you go. So here is what they look like. See, that's what I mean. They don't really fit. I think we'll leave it for now, just because I don't want to waste the resources. But it's not a really snug fit. I really wish they'd fix that. I mean, I don't know why they couldn't. They could. I mean, it's meant to be paired with a stone, obviously with a stone doorway, but come on, man. All right. So these you don't need to worry about where they're going to snap, because I should have probably put that in 0, but oh well. In case you didn't pick up on it, you don't have to put things in the hotbar to place them. You can just put them up here, and you can just use your use key on them, or right-click and select place. It'll let you place it. Now, we need to make 6 greenhouse ceilings, and I made some cementing paste, which is part of the ingredients of greenhouse. I think we can make them. Structures, greenhouse. Here they are, ceilings. Can we make 6? We can make 5. What are we short of? Are we going to be short of crystal? Really? I think we're going to be short of crystal. Well, that sucks. I'm going to have to go fetch some crystal to finish this project. Yeah, it's crystal. To finish this project. But it might allow us to see if we get a bonus from these guys. So let's go ahead and put a crystal. Okay, they're all in 0. There's one there. I need to be careful now where these snap, because they might want to try to snap against these walls. And these walls, as you can see, are not level. So I really want to snap it to this guy. And I can't afford to make another one, as you could just saw. So my question is, I was going to ask was, I'm going to jump up onto the roof here, if I can do it. I think I can. Is going to be like, see the green tint here? Is going to be, please snap, right? Okay. And that's all I had. Is this going to be giving, oh wow, I can't fit in here? Oh, okay, well I'll just crouch every time in here. 75%. Okay, it does need greenhouse walls as well, I think. I think it's the walls and the ceilings that count. So we're going to need new crystal anyway to increase that odd. You see down here, it says greenhouse effect, 75%. It's not irrigated. We're going to need to put water irrigation here. We'll do that in a little bit. And we're going to need to make fertilizer for sure. So I'm going to need to collect more crystal, make more greenhouse stuff. Maybe replace those walls. I'll take a look. And then we'll be back. A couple of trips to the mountain to get some crystal and a couple of raids of some beaver dams. And I've made enough glass. It's kind of a strange construction. I actually made the floor out of greenhouse glass as well. Because the more surfaces you have, walls and ceilings, the higher your percentage goes. We're up to 300. 300 is the maximum that you can get unmodded as your greenhouse effect. So these crop plots will be the most effective crop plots that we have. Now, what does that mean? That means the crops will grow faster and it will use less fertilizer. And maybe even less water. I'm not sure. Although we're irrigated now, and you see I've run this thing up from down here because you can see water here. So we know that there's water pretty close to the surface here. Here's a little trick. If you hit K mode, and you come out, look at that. And you look under the ground, you can actually see, there's my intake, that little pipe sticking in there. There's water down here. And we know there is because there's water right here. So we know there's water right underneath the sand. The sand is wet. It's right above the water. So just poking in there, running up, angling, we get irrigation to all of our plots from this one tap, which is, or I guess, is this a tap? Yeah, it's a tap. So they all say irrigated, not fertilized, greenhouse effect, and not seeded, greenhouse effect 300. Perfect. We're ready to go. All we need is fertilizer. And it was, this little bump here was actually necessary. I've got ventilation. Do you see that? This back wall is enclosed in, which is fine. It's kind of cool. It gives me a little ventilation. But I had to do this to get the 300. I had to add a few more walls. I went a little over. I didn't need quite as many walls and ceilings as I did, but I needed more than what would be here if I only did single story. So I did double story. This also allows me to run through here and collect the stuff without having to crouch, which I like. Kind of an odd construction, but hey, it works. You know, it's not very expensive. We need fertilizer now, guys. So now we need to figure out how to get fertilizer. There's multiple ways to get fertilizer. My cornrows are starting to grow in here. There's multiple ways to get fertilizer. You can use dino poop directly as fertilizer. I'm just trying to see if we have any around here. Is that poop? No. You can use it directly as fertilizer. Nope, still not pooping. Oh, there's a poop. Let me actually show you here. If you hover over this, it says nitrogen right there in the description. 3,500. That's 3,500 points of fertilization for the crop plot. And if we were to put that in one of these crop plots, and by the way, you could just hit your use key to deposit the fertilizer, which I just did. It's in here, and you see that it says fertilizer 3,500. You want to get that as high as possible because it'll use the fertilizer over time. And if the fertilizer goes away, or the water goes away, but that won't happen. If the fertilizer goes away, your crops will die. So you need to keep it fertilized. So one way is to use poop. Another way is to actually make bags of fertilizer. And you make bags of fertilizer using compost bins or dung beetles. We're going to start with a compost bin. That's fiber, thatch, and wood. We're going to start with a few of those. We're going to do it this way. Later on, we'll tame a dung beetle. I'll show you how to do that. And we'll be using those guys to make our fertilizer. And there's a third way too, which we're also going to show in this video. But let me go ahead and do the compost bins. Here we go. How many of those can I make? I would like 4. Perfect. I've got 4 compost bins. The more you have, of course, the more rapidly you'll make your compost. Putting them underneath here seems to kind of make sense, doesn't it? Because I'm not really going to park much right here. So why not put the compost bins right here? And you can actually lay them in on each other when you turn off collision, which we did, which is a standard ARK feature. Anybody can do it on single player or your own private server. I probably stuck that one a little too far that way. And then I want another one here. It's going to be hard to put in. Dang it. Okay. Will I get stuck in it if I do it this way? Probably. I got stuck. Oh, got out. Nice. Okay, 4 compost bins. All you have to do here is put the poop in, and for every, I think it takes 3 poops and 50 thatch? Yes, because what you want to do in standard ARK is put in 2 stacks of 100 thatch, or is it 100 thatch and 3 poops? I'm not sure. But then you can put in 6 poops into each one of these. So that's what we're going to do. Now, it takes time. I don't remember exactly how long it takes. Up in the wiki, and there's a link to the wiki in the description of the video, it'll tell you exactly how long it takes, because people have figured that out. But it's not super quick, so it's not like we're going to get it this episode, but that's fine. We're going to go ahead and do 400 more, and we also need to collect the poops. Now, there's another way to get poop quickly. I could wait for each of these guys to poop. Thank you very much, Truck. Oh, Truck. No, Truck, I need your poop. I can wait for each of these guys to poop, or I can hop on and actually make them poop if they're ready to poop. And you can tell if they're ready to poop because their food icon at the top right would be kind of a grayer color, kind of washed out. That one's not ready to poop. There we go. Awesome's ready to poop. See, Awesome's food is not as blue. It's more gray. If you hit Z, or whatever the key is for pooping that you've bound, you can make it poop. That's one way. We can run around and do all that. It's kind of tedious, kind of boring. Or we can tame a Phiomia. A Phiomia is kind of the big pig-like guys. Let's grab this out of here. Stick it in so we can start making a bag of fertilizer. The big pig-like guys, and they are what we, kindly, affectionately call poop machines around here. Because you can actually force them to poop tons of poop. Now, they might have changed that a little bit in ARK. I think I've read something about them changing it a little bit, but they still do poop pretty quickly. So what we need for a Phiomia, let's tame one up real fast. Let's grab Awesome. We've got Phiomias up here, last I checked. Right up here. And we should tame one of these guys up. And if you force feed them stem berries, you can get them to poop a lot on demand, and then you can fill up your compost bins on demand. You don't have to sit around and wait for your animals to poop, right? So let's see if we can get a low-level Phiomia. and tame one up. Well, I'll go do that. I'll hunt for one, tame it up, and then we'll see what we need to do to make it poop. Good old Poops McGee. Got a bunch of stem berries, went out and got some with the beaver. So what we can do is we can force feed these berries, and it's going to let us force feed pretty quickly. And you look at his rear, you can see it on the left there. Poop and poop and poop and poop and poop and poop. And I've stationed him right up here on the roof on purpose, on this sloped roof, so that all of his poops get to drop straight down. That's probably going to be enough to fill the compost bins. Look at this. We're going to pick all this stuff up. And we might actually have gotten a fertilizer by now because it's taken us so long to do this. Actually, one of the secrets to ARK that you'll learn if you play ARK for a while is that when you don't want to tame a dino, you see tons of them, and then as soon as you want to tame one, you can't find any. So I couldn't find a Phiomia for the life of me. I actually had to issue a Destroy Wild Dinos command, which is an admin command. Here we have a fertilizer, and then it respawned in some Phiomias. Look at that. Fertilizer, 54,000. Whereas these medium ones are 7,500. So you can see how it's worth it. And it does take only 50. So we're actually going to fill this one up, which we just did. It only takes 50 thatch to do it, to create a fertilizer. So we actually have more thatch in here than we need, but one extra poop that can't be processed is kind of dumb. So we'll leave extra thatch in there instead. And there we go. All filled up with 3 extra poops. So what we should be able to do, now that we have 3 extra poops and a fertilizer, is take some of our seeds. Here are our seeds. First thing we're going to want is probably, oh, you know what? I don't know. Let's take rock carrot, just for the heck of it. Rock carrot. Rock carrot can be used to tame horses, so it's sometimes nice to have. We'll put it over here on one of the low ones, like right here. Put the seed in there, put the fertilizer in, throw in the 3 extra poops, and it now says crop, rock carrot seed. Seedling, and you can see the little tiny little plants, and we only have 76,000. You can see the fertilizer actually decreasing, 76,481, and then as you watch it, it actually goes down, 76,472. It's actually consuming it pretty quickly. So we're going to need to get more fertilizer in there, or more poop. What we'll probably do is just stuff more poop in there, which we can easily get from this guy. Right? Give us more poop. We can fill up that crop lot. Poor guy. This is his life. Just gets fed stem berries and poops all day long. And one more. Okay, so we'll stick that in there, try to get this level up a bit, just so it doesn't run out while we wait for the crop to grow. And it's filled up right now. That's it. That's all it can take. All right, folks, that's going to do it for this episode. Next episode, we'll get into some more fun, advanced stuff. But for now, that's going to do it. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you next time. Bye-bye.